They just started back so fast, bro. That shit so crazy. What's the word? What's the word, man? I gotta get the time straight, bro. We back at it, part two, gang. It's part two. We back at it. Appreciate everybody who rocking out with me. I thought it supposed to be started back at like 4:30 or something. I'm getting the time messed up, but we back at it. Appreciate y'all. We could get into it.
The information that you have is that he has is completely false. I mean, it's known that they have a case on you, so you talk to them.
What'd you say?
I said it's known that they had a case on you.
It's known?
I mean,
shit. I can't, not that I can remember. Shit.
I'm trying to ask him to talk about what is known out there. The fact that he pointed at Orlando as being the shooter, and it's been published, and that's what there are legal there are documents that have been published.
The question is.
My question was, how do you feel about that? Is there any truth to that? What is true? What is false?
What I'm saying is you didn't ask me that question.
I did. You weren't here.
No? Oh, really? Okay. So just ask him about, was it an investigation and there were statements made, and what is his opinion of the statements that were made?
Pardon me? Can you repeat that again?
There's an investigation, there were statements made, and you made certain, allegations, and, what is your opinion on those statements that this statement was made?
Right.
What should I say, bro?
Well, you're going to comment about what the real truth is compared to what people are saying. So this is what's true, and this is what people, that's not true what people say.
Okay. All right. Come on.
So what of that stuff that's been made public, what is true and what is false?
I'm giving you the truth right here, sir. Getting it from the horse's mouth. So, shit, can't get it no truer.
Right. So what I want to know is if you were in the car and you were there with your nephew, it's pretty close to what Greg Canning is saying, right?
Shit. Is it pretty close? What'd you think?
I think he's going to understand what he's asking.
In your own words, in those tapes that were made public, and this book Murder Rap, there's a film called Murder Rap. You, in your own words, we heard you say Orlando was the shooter.
You heard me say it?
Yes.
Shit, I never had been. Ain't nobody ever had no tape recorder with me, not to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck he gets some tape recorders. That shit maybe was made up or something.
So you're denying that you ever said that Orlando was the shooter?
Yes, I'm denying it.
And your statement now is that you were in the car, shots rang out from your car, but you don't know who did it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Came from the back seat.
Okay. Is there any reason why you wouldn't be forthcoming about this information? In other words, is there a deal that you have in place that would not allow you to say with any detail about that?
I asked you.
Appreciate everybody in the building. Appreciate everybody in the building.
The way he's asking the question, the way that you want to answer the question is you want to explain to him that one, you don't have a recollection of if you reported, which is what you said, and secondly, if the circumstances which police officers try to investigate is not consistent with what the truth is. So you have no reason, what they're saying is different than what you're saying right now, which is you're really telling the truth because the police don't have any motive just for you to tell the whole story, self-defense, and what really happened. They just want to get what they need to get to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can explain, you can be more detailed like that, like that's how you're going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and you might want to mention, she really don't recall how dealing with Katie that way, you did do free, remember you dealt with free? So you might want to, the only person that you remember.
Well, let's start there. Because it just feels like a big. It's just getting confusing. Let's start there. You met with police. Who did you talk to? And what was your what did they want from you? What did you tell them, etc.?
Well, what did I tell them?
Well, no, let's start from the beginning. You met. When did you meet with police? Who did you meet with, and what did you tell them?
Man,
I think he's asking in general, not that situation. Like, did anybody ever show up or ask you questions?
Correct.
Oh shit! They've been sweating me for the last 20-something years. Shit. I did. Okay, you ready?
I am.
Okay. Well, they've been sweating me for the last 20-something years, ever since that day that shit happened. Because the first news report came out said Keefe D nephew. So ever since then, I've been sweated by everybody.
If you leave, I don't.
Appreciate everybody who in the building. Appreciate everybody who in the building. Hit that like button. Appreciate everybody who in the building, bro. Y'all gonna be watching this anywhere else. Y'all tapped in with me. I appreciate that, bro. We finna get into it once this ad get through. Should the feds go down with Keefe D? That's the question.
Saying just a rapper killer. You know what I'm saying? I just been targeted. Just been on my ass ever since.
And there's some truth to that, right? I mean, you were in the car.
Yes. So
11 people, 11 likes. Let's go. Run them likes up. Show some love.
What statements did you give police?
The statement I gave police? Shit.
In general.
I didn't give no statements. You know what I'm saying? Not that, I ain't ever been tape recorded or nothing.
But when it first happened, did they come and interview you?
Did they come and interview me? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the FBI. Oh, shit.
What did you tell them? I guess what I'm asking is what
did I tell them?
Did you tell them what you're saying today?
No.
Why not?
Why not? Shit. Probably go to fucking jail.
So help me understand, why are you now telling me what you're telling me?
Because I wanted to get the truth out. You get it from the horse's mouth.
So why the FBI in his jail?
One more time, why?
Is that okay?
What?
I think it's one statement he made needs to correct. He said because you go to jail, but
No.
you want to explain because you were innocent. You had to do. I think you explained that.
Oh, okay. Because I'm innocent, I had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to let everybody know, if you in the small version and you see my screen, my box, my face at the bottom, you click on my name, bro, at the top of the screen, and it'll take you on my channel, and you can get in the widescreen version where you can see my screen on the side, the big part, and everything. I appreciate everybody for rocking out with me. We're going to get to it.
Telling me now because you wanted the truth to come out. Why is that important to you?
Because there's been several reports, and everybody just trying to make money off this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Soliciting me, hanging me out to dry, making me feel like a piece of shit, you know? Yeah.
Okay. So now let's just leave that, put that on the side for a while,
Okay.
and go back to what happened after the shooting.
Run them lights up.
What did you guys do? How did you cover your tracks?
Well, I got away, and I went to the hotel room. Then the next morning, woke up and took off in the rent car that I had. Me and my nephew drove home. So once we got home, the guys were like, "Man, we need to get this car fixed." I said, "Man, I don't want nothing to do with that. Y'all go get that shit fixed." You know what I'm saying? So
what was the matter with the car? Do you remember?
it had bullet holes in it. Yeah. One of the little homies took the car to the shop, had the car painted.
Throwing somebody else.
And then Orlando, I remember I read something about him giving some statements and stuff like that. Did you guys talk talk about what happened afterwards? Did you talk to your nephew about not saying anything?
That's just the code of the streets. They know not to say nothing. Everybody, it's the code of the streets not to say nothing.
But you saying something.
When Shook had his parole hearing, Orlando testified on his behalf. Why did he do that?
Damn. He paid us up.
Listen. Listen. Orlando.
Paid us off. He, the night before, you want me to tell the whole truth? Well, the night before his hearing for his court date, my nephew called me and said, meet him up at the lawyer's office. So I get to the lawyer's office. It's Reggie, Senior, Sergeant Reynolds, and Shirley Knight up to the lawyer's office. And shit, 2 company police, one of them was captain and sergeant. I was like, what the fuck?
Run them lights up.
So I knew some fishy shit was going on there. Yeah.
And he offered you how much?
Oh, he gave up $60,000
in exchange for?
To say that he didn't do it.
Run them lights up.
Yes.
Run them lights up.
Just give me that in the full sentence.
Then I tell y'all, Suge Knight and Orlando met up.
Well, my nephew asked me to come up to the lawyer's office, and I get Reggie Wright Sr. and Sergeant Reynolds from the Compton PD was there, the lawyer's office. And they was like trying to work out a deal where nephew wouldn't say that the guy kicked him. But it didn't work because the next day the judge said, I can see him kicking you in the head right fucking now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Did Orlando regret that?
What's that?
Did he regret it?
Did he regret what?
Like going to court and saying this stuff that wasn't true.
It's the code of the streets, man. Shit.
What's interesting about this is that does Suge know that you guys, at this point, does Suge know that you guys were in that car?
Not that I know of.
Just give me a...
Not that I know.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, because the newspaper article said Keefe D nephew. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to know why the fuck you say my fucking name. You know what I'm saying? When I figured his strategy was to kill the head of the snake. You know what I'm saying? Chop off the head of the snake, the rest of the body will fall.
Right, but I'm talking about paying you off to go to court and say that Suge had nothing to do with the, he's the victim, right? You're paying him off.
We're the victim.
No. What I'm saying is Orlando's the victim.
Yes.
Yeah. He was the one who got beaten up.
Beat the fuck up.
He goes and says that Suge didn't beat him up, which is clearly not true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But on top of it, you guys had shot at him. Does he? And he doesn't know that.
I couldn't tell you because he's the only one from his crew really that know me. And the newspaper article came out saying Keefe D nephew. So I figured he said it from day one, get rid of Keefe D. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
So he had it out for you.
I thought we was fucking friends. I really did thought we was friends, man. He really was biting off the hand that fed him, you know what I'm saying? He didn't know that we did the groundwork, that I did the groundwork for his record company. Like this mother was gonna beat him, a nephew, a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Something I wanted to ask you before, and I forgot to ask you, was the date before the fight, when you saw him.
Yes.
What did you guys...
Run them lights up. Appreciate everybody.
You said, what's up? What's up, big dog? I said, what's up? Yeah. We two major players in the game, but we got the same boss. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He just had the music industry and I had the streets. That's all.
But you guys were cool.
Yeah, we was cool. Yeah, we was played football since we was little kids.
No, but I mean in that moment, like when you saw him the day before the fight.
Yeah, that's cool. Shit.
Yeah. The other, another question that I remember that I wanted to ask you is who shot the Cadillac? Because you had to get.
It was Pop. I don't know why they didn't even test me for powder burns. I don't know why.
So I talked in the middle of it. Tell me again, please.
I don't know why the police didn't check him for powder burns because he got the shooting and everything. I was ducked. Car was all shot the fuck up. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, just moving on. We got like 15 more minutes. How much time do we have on those cards? Are we good?
Run them lights up. Run them lights up.
11. Okay. Cool.
Hey, remember, bro, if my box on the small screen, bro, you click my name at the top and it'll take you to the wider screen. You could be looking at it like on TV. It'll be on the wide version on your phone instead of my box being at the bottom. Just click my name at the top and you'll see 2 lives running. Appreciate y'all. Let's get to it.
Okay, well, the next day I got home. I was in my front yard. About 4:15. Here come Reggie Sr. Flying up, coming up from Greenleaf or Burris. Ran the stop sign and everything, parked on the wrong side of the street. Jumped out the car and talking about, hey, Keefe D, let me tell you something, motherfucker. I said, what's up? He's like, if you kill my motherfucking son, bill's coming off. Get your motherfucking ass. I said, what the fuck is you talking about?
John.
I'm just letting your ass know, motherfucker. Like, oh. I just looked at him crazy. What the fuck is you talking about? Reggie Sr., so it was bad. It was the mayor. Everybody was against us, man. Yeah, everybody, the whole town.
And can you explain who? Because I don't know that a lot of people know who Reggie
Sr. is a captain of police. He's a captain. They had another guy, Reynolds. He was all under the death row banner. Even the mayor, Omar Bradley, was all up under that shit.
Can you tell me what? Because I think we touched on that before, but I didn't really get a good picture. It's like how affiliated was Suge with LAPD?
LAPD and Compton. Shit. It was really, really dangerous for us. You know what I'm saying? So we really try to stay out of the city of Compton.
Because when you go against Suge, you're going against...
Yes.
Can you tell me that in a sentence?
When you're going against Suge, you're really going up against the police. Compton police, Rampart, all that, all his neighborhood friends. So, yeah, he kind of had a winning bout, you know. Who else better to have on your team is the police? So we was kind of fighting a losing battle with them guys. Raid our little spots, take all our guns. Yes.
So that's cool because I wanted to establish that connection because a lot of people don't know that he was protected.
Yeah, he's protected by the mayor, city councilmen, the Compton PD, big ranking files.
Who he was paying off?
Shit, he was buying police cars, stuff like that, and, you know, giving out turkey drives for the city, all that shit. So he was really protected. He was in there.
Run them lights up.
So when he was talking, he was giving out turkeys to people or like having, you know, shit like in the park, whatever, free food for people. That's to pay off cops.
And no, they had very nice cars that they shouldn't have on the police saddles. Very nice car.
The Dirty Cop.
Crazy that the record business paid for that.
Yeah, I paid for that. Yeah, I started them off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I wanted to establish that connection. I also want to ask you, what's the connection between Puffy Zip? Because you never told me that. You told me that he introduced you to Puffy, but I don't know what their relationship is.
I don't really, I didn't really know that. I didn't get deep into that. It was just shit. I was a major player. I had the bread.
Right. So it's just that Zip came to you, and then that's how you ended up meeting Puffy.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I think
3 minutes.
9 more minutes.
Okay.
Now I think we went over a bunch of shit. So.
Let's go back to Chris. I want to take Chris Brown out of there though. What I said about the dudes being blood?
Oh yeah.
Take Chris Brown out of there because my niece.
You have to tell me the whole thing again then, so I can use it.
Okay, my niece.
And they still kept it in there.
Okay, sit back.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
About the Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Okay, well, these guys went around here claiming blood. These little entertainers like Justin Bieber, Bow Wow, and what's the guy's name on Love and Hip Hop?
We had the same question last time. Somebody came up with it.
What's the guy's name?
Soulja Boy.
Was it? Soulja Boy.
Okay. Let me start. All right. Well, as far as the guys claiming blood, this Justin Bieber, Bow Wow, and Soulja Boy. Well, it's just a fab. Y'all need to stop that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? People from our background that's trying to get up out of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You guys waiting to get $1 million and want to be a blood. That's wrong. Y'all doing it backwards. You know what I'm saying? You guys not from here. You get caught up in that bullshit. But you guys doing it backwards. You guys should be trying to lead it for examples. Set example for kids. Don't try to game, man. You told me that last time. You gave me a really good quote. You were like, you're doing it the other way around, right? You're doing it backwards. It's not that you don't want to. You're supposed to be getting out of the hood. Okay. You're supposed to be getting out of the hood, not coming back $1 million going into the hood.
Hey, I feel the FBI supposed to be getting locked up too, bro. The FBI, them dirty cops, they need to get locked up with Keefe D.
So is that because we talked about Tupac? Is that how you felt about Tupac?
Yeah. I feel all these guys, entertainers, you guys faking.
Tupac specifically, what was it about him?
What was it about Tupac?
That you didn't like? Because you told me you didn't like him last time.
I didn't ever say I didn't like him.
Yes, you did. You thought he was a punk-ass gangster wannabe or something, you said.
Oh, yeah, he going around jumping sets. First, he was with the Outlaws. He's from New York, Baltimore, Oakland. God damn. You know, that's against the code, man. You can't be jumping sets on me.
Run them lights up.
Stick to one set on me. You tripping. Yeah, and that ain't the way it goes. You don't supposed to join the gang. Supposed to be getting out of the gang. 25, become a grown man and get up out that shit. Shit ain't about nothing. It's either the prison or the fucking graveyard. So, best thing to do, Justin Bieber and them, stay the fuck up away from that bullshit. So they ain't right. Yeah, I'm telling you from an OG.
Right. Yeah. Did you how long? Okay, how
the threats, Mike Tyson them. You like that too?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I got threat. A few people threatened me on the internet. Mike Tyson, Tretch, Spice One. Stick to rapping and boxing. You guys ain't about that life, man. You don't want to do life in prison. You know what I'm saying? You need to cut that bullshit out, man.
Well, so telling all these people not to do this. Oh, go for it.
Run them lights up. Appreciate everybody
Just
who
to
in the
give you the
building.
question while he changes that.
Okay. I'm telling all these people not to do this, and I'm a fucking leader.
Well, but also,
I quit though.
Yeah, oh, good. So you say that, because that's part of like why you're talking to me now. Because you're out of the game.
Yeah, I'm 50-some years old, grandkids.
Right.
Come on, we got 35 people. I need at least 35 likes, bro. Let's get to it. This the live Tupac trial, bro. The FBI need to go down with Keefe D. Let's get these likes up, bro. For real.
I have to say, I think the
And I
tie
appreciate
the
y'all.
suit the penguin shirt.
My daughter them said I look like a swap meet bomb. So, Daddy, if you let them put, I swear to God, that's that shit from the swap. They know. Tell the truth, homie. That's just what.
It was like a bird. It's like a bird. Told me the bird on your chest is what
Yeah.
I mean, when I know it's not
Yeah. So this Versace, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Gave the belt 1,400, shoes 2,200. You're balling, man.
That's right.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me, shoes wouldn't have never had a record company, homeboy.
All right, well, we're gonna do 4 or 5 more, and then we're done. Yeah, you're seeing it completely on a. Yeah, you're good. So I just want to pick that up. So you were telling all these people not to go back, right?
Yes.
But that was your life.
Yes. I'm trying to tell them not to make the same mistake I made. You know what I'm saying? Get up out that shit, man. They ain't worth
Appreciate
it.
them likes.
50,
Appreciate them
54
likes.
years old. Got 7 grandkids. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about that, man.
What did you learn that you want to make sure these guys don't? What mistakes did you make that you don't want people to make?
What mistakes I made? Well, part of the drug game.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
That was a mistake. Well, yeah. Mistakes I made with trusting people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't your homeboys. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't right, man. A lot of people folded chairs on me.
Well, you didn't leave. I mean, were you ever afraid? Like, I'm sure getting out of the game makes it better to live with some peace of mind. Like, nobody's going to jump you over. So,
yeah.
Is that true?
I'm a kid. I was just messing with you. Hey, we're going to go over this stuff before you put it on the air, ain't you?
Yeah.
She said we're going to chop it up.
Yeah, of course. We're going to make it look good.
Okay.
All right. So, a couple of serious questions. Tupac dies. How do you feel about it? I mean, this is a guy who was a major rap star, movie star. You're telling me
how I feel about it.
You're telling me now that people shouldn't act like gangsters. You feel sad about it at all?
How do I feel about it? Well, I hate the brother. We got himself in that. Put himself in a predicament. Stuff like that. Just take it off. I hate the way you go. Life don't go like that. Just take it off on innocent. My nephew was young, 20 years old. Just take off on him. He didn't do nothing to you. He didn't do nothing to you.
So you think it was deserved?
No, I don't think it was deserved. Brother should have kept his hands to himself, and I hated that go right away because it really fucked up my life. Period.
Yeah. Do you think about his family?
Yes.
What do you think about?
I hated that to go right away. You know what I'm saying? Lord be with you guys. That's what I feel.
Since you said it ruined your life, do you have concerns about revealing all this stuff to me now?
Oh, shit. The Lord got me. I'm protected by the Lord, the hand of the Lord. That over me. He helped me through cancer and everything. Kept a shield on me from being killed by the Compton police, just Rampart, all that.
That was up.
So when I was in, yeah, shit.
Yeah. Trying to think. Since you know.
I appreciate everybody who in the building. Appreciate everybody in the building. Hey, everybody who in the mobile feed. If you read what I left at the top for y'all, I'm giving y'all some gems. If you want the wider version where you look like you in court, just hit my name at the top and it's gonna send you to the other live. I'm in 2 live feeds. I appreciate y'all. And let's get the likes to match the people, bro.
Model for the people. I just hate he had that bad side in him. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to take off.
Do you want to apologize to his family?
No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing to his family. Yeah.
Okay. One last time. You said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac?
They keep it for the code of the streets. It just came from the back seat, bro.
So can you just tell me it was either one or the other?
Can't tell you that. It was in the back seat.
I mean, this is not. I mean, Wayne, this is not something that we don't know already. You told me who was seated in the back, and you're saying the shots came from the back. So I'm asking you to tell me, in your own words, that either it was one or the other.
I don't know who it was. It just came from the back seat.
They're both dead.
Yeah.
What's your concern?
What's my concern?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like just
right now, I just want the Lord is protecting me, so I really don't have no concern. I'm in the hands of the Lord. Yeah. All my people is religious.
No, I mean, you're concerned in revealing who shot Tupac.
What's my concern?
Yeah.
I don't have no concern. I just want to be saying I'm no fucking rat and running around like that, dude.
So this is about your code, right? This is about.
Yes.
Can you tell me that?
Yeah. Oh, this is about the code. I'm saying it came from the backseat, you know. I'm tired of everybody trying to extort money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just out for the money, being greedy. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of bullshit.
Run them lights up. Let's go. 48 people. We need 48 lights.
We've been soliciting for years, man.
Show some love, man.
All right, I've done all I can. One more question. You know how I do my little research? I read that a Glock 40 was found in Corey's yard. Is that true, Corey Edwards?
Well, they said Corey was the first one who made statements about the situation. And I never gave Corey no gun. And nobody from that car never gave Corey no gun.
Can you tell me how the gun ended up in the car?
What's up with La La?
I ain't had no gun. I don't know who had a gun.
Okay. What happened to the gun after the murder? What you do with it?
I have no recollection of what happened to that gun. So.
Okay.
So you know about Corey snitching me out like that?
No, I mean I just read that. I didn't know about the snitching. I knew that the gun was found in his backyard.
Yeah, his neighbor got killed. This shit ain't going on the thing. It is?
No.
His neighbor got killed. He got scared.
Right.
Called Shug. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Yeah. So,
all right, man. Well,
what's up
you
with
think somebody tossed the gun to frame him? The one that was found in the backyard?
That was bullshit. Yeah. Corey was just trying to get out of trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up in Vegas then. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he said. He
told you. I mean, that's what Tara wants too. It's not just me. Thanks, man.
What y'all think, bro? Do y'all think the FBI should be charged with Keefe D? It's just a question. I'm not clickbaiting. I'm not trolling.
Was it sunny? Was it clear? The windows up and down? You might now.
Oh yeah, let's get that real quick. Yeah,
Just
I mean it's actually it's nighttime, so
yeah, but you might want to mention it. They say it happened at night.
right. Let's just do it. Let's just do it real quick. Just sit down.
Just a setting.
3 minutes.
My sister gonna kill me, man, if I don't go cook that food.
It's your lawyer who's asking.
Just setting.
This will be super quick.
That's what I'm saying when we leave.
Because it helps the description. Yeah, let's get.
You're
let's
right.
get rolling.
Both
Sorry, guys.
of them though, me,
Randy, do you
MC.
have
I feel
any?
like both of them, MC.
I have one thing I'll tell you.
I feel like both of them, MC.
Okay.
But you right, the
I'm just gonna
LAPD
stand
too,
right here.
man.
Okay.
Just so that we can sort of paint a picture about that night. Just tell me, like, was it cold? Was it warm? It happened in.
It was warm. It was kind of warm. September 7th. It was warm. It was warm and shit. It wasn't. What else?
Was it? Were you guys drunk? Because you.
No, we weren't drunk or nothing. You knew fucked up our eye. They fucked. I mean, for the fuck up our eye, we finna go get our drink bottles and smoke some weed and stuff.
You knew what you were doing. You weren't under the influence. Never mind. Were you driving fast? How fast were you driving? How slow were you driving?
I was never driving. I was in the passenger.
You were in the car. So.
We took it. We know not to burn rubber. That put us on. From being in confidence, not to burn rubber and stuff like that. Shit.
How long were you driving around till you saw them? How long did you drive around until you saw them?
Oh, well, long. We just left the liquor store. It took about 5-10 minutes. You seen them.
And what were you doing before that? You just driving around? Just tell me that.
No, we was going back to the. We was leaving the liquor store, going to the hotel, to our hotel room.
So you were not out there looking for them specifically?
No.
You just happened to see them?
Just happened to see
them. So it was a bad luck?
Yeah, it was bad luck. If he wouldn't even been out the window, we would have never seen him. He was hanging out the window like he was in the parade. Tupac, the ladies was out of Tupac, something like this, hanging out the window.
Okay. Any other details that are important? Oh, yeah. Did you see? Well, you just told me.
MC snapping in the chat.
Nighttime. What time
Run
was
them
it?
lights up.
Nighttime, yeah.
44 people, we should have 44 lights.
Dang, cool, where you, man?
Did you guys have the windows down? Was the radio playing?
Yeah, the radio playing. We should go get ours and have some fun. So.
Okay, Randy, what you got? You can ask him.
Well, I just think there was.
Yeah.
I got you. There was word on the street that Orlando, after the shooting, was taking credit for it.
No.
Can you speak to that, react to those sentiments?
Orlando would never go around bragging about no stuff like that. Why would he incriminate himself? You know what I'm saying? If he did some stuff like that. Orlando would never do no stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Never in his life.
So to the best of your knowledge, there was no chatter in the streets between the two gangs about that?
No, not to my knowledge. I heard that he had a hit out on me for $100,000. So I'm worried about that.
Describe that. What did you hear about this hit?
What's that?
I appreciate everybody who up in the building with me. Appreciate everybody who in the building with me. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, we got 40-some people in the building. Hit that like button. Double tap the screen if you can't find the like button, bro. I appreciate y'all for even being on the channel, just hearing what's going on. But make sure you hit that like button while you chilling.
Police. Maybe the police. That's the only person I was worried about was the police. Because they can handcuff you and pull you over and kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Can everyone sit still for 15 seconds while we got a room?
Historically, those were the two conversations we listened to in 2017, correct?
Yes.
And then in 2018, the finished product the jury saw yesterday, that was Mario Diaz's finished product.
Yes, February of 2018 is when the show premiered.
At some point, did you become aware of a book written by Mr. Davis and a Joseph Yap?
Yes, I was maybe late 2018 when I think a Twitter account popped up under Keefe's name, and they were starting to promote it and put excerpts from the book up. That's when I knew for sure the book that he had mentioned during his interview with Death Row Chronicles that was actually happening.
And then in 2019, did you actually get a copy of the book?
Yes, as soon as the book was published, like the first day, I got a copy and read it.
Did you read it?
I did. I read it immediately in one sitting.
Subsequent to that, have you seen Mr. Davis hold the book up and claim ownership of this book?
Yes, when he did his first
Run them lights
TV
up.
interview, Vlad TV
Run them
is a
lights
channel
up.
on YouTube that's a really popular interview channel. That was in, I think, the summer of 2019. He, at one point, held up a copy of his book and told people that they should read it and that it was the real truth.
First, I'm going to show you State's Proposed Exhibit 67, 68. I should take a look at those.
Yep.
Do those appear to be the front and back cover of that book that Mr. Davis was displaying and taking ownership of?
Yes, they do.
Move to admit.
Any objection?
Objection.
So admitted.
Showing you what's been marked as 127. Just briefly flip through that. That's the Kindle version because there is a redaction in there. While he's doing that, I'm going to put 167 and 67.
Yes,
This appears to be the Kindle version of that particular book.
yes, sir.
Appreciate them
I
lights.
don't want to go through the entire book with you, but I do have some questions. Does Mr. Davis in the first chapter describe his purpose in writing this book?
I don't recall exactly what he says at the beginning of the book.
Okay, the jury will have it back.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
I guess, Judge, I'll move to admit, what is that, 127?
Is that the book? So Kindle excerpts of the book.
It's the Kindle book with the court's redaction.
Okay. Any objection that hasn't previously been litigated? You may.
They got an objection going on. Hey, I appreciate everybody for rocking out with me, bro. We finna get into it. Hey, shout out to everybody who just tapped in with me and just see what I've been saying, bro. It's a whole nother different ball game, gang. The FBI, the Los Angeles police, the Nevada police, the Las Vegas police, everybody who questioned this man and asked him something, they need to be going down with Keefe D as well, because they've been had this information, bro. Keefe D said it himself. He said Puffin told him that the feds was watching him the night Big had lost his life. The same thing Big Gene said. So why the FBI ain't getting charged again? Why Los Angeles ain't getting charged? Why ain't nobody else getting charged but Keefe D? Why we ain't hearing like what Puff? Why we ain't see him on the stand yet? You gotta pay attention to what's going on. Keefe D exposed a whole lot of stuff that's making the feds and the FBI look bad. So they had to blame all this on Keefe D because it's either they gonna go to jail with Keefe D or somebody, one of the two gotta, it's either one of the two. Either Keefe gonna go for it or both of y'all going for it. So you finna see Keefe lawyer throwing salt toward them to expose what they've been doing, and you finna see them trying to explain why they were doing this, but they still never charged them. That's why they started pausing it in court. I'm telling you, Keefe D lawyer is like man Aurora.
That
Get
would
the
be a limit?
lights up. We got 45 people. I need 45 lights. I
Within
ain't asking
this
for no
book,
money. I'm asking for a button that's free. Let's go.
does the defendant well, let me ask you this. Do you know who Michael Giroux is?
Yes, Michael DeRoe Jr., street name was Little Owl. He was Orlando Anderson's best friend. I understand going back to when they were toddlers.
And in the book, does Mr. Davis claim that he had some little homies in Las Vegas, and that's how he learned about the 662?
Yes, he said that there were people that were locals there that had heard the advertisements that the concert was happening that night with Tupac.
Judge, I'm going to ask you to take judicial notice of State of Nevada versus Michael DeRoe, 96C 13644.
Bro, y'all know who name he just said?
Nevada, that Michael DeRoe was bound over to district court on June 13th of 1996 for trafficking in a controlled substance and transporting a controlled substance, pled guilty, and on August 20th of 1996 was remanded to boot camp and was in boot camp at the time of the homicide.
Can you need the case number again?
96C 13648.
13649.
96C 13648.
488. Okay. Perfect.
La, you listen.
Give me 1 second.
This legendary, bro. For everybody who don't know, I ain't gonna talk about this no more. But for everybody who tapped in, this legendary, bro. If y'all was tapped in through this whole thing, y'all heard the name he just said, bro. This legendary stuff going on over here, gang. I ain't gonna talk about that no more. I ain't know this was gonna happen. Let's go.
2397 showing that. Judicial notice is taken.
Thank you.
Run them lights up.
Specifically that he was remanded to the custody of NDOC on August 20th, 1996, and remained there through the time of the homicide.
August 20th, there was a hearing, status check on 120-day evaluation. And then he was committed. The order of commitment was 8/22/96. Okay, I'll take that judicial notice then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, did you give Michael DeRoe's moniker?
Yeah, it's called Little Owl. Little Owl on the street. Owl like the bird.
Within the book, does Mr. Davis use a different moniker for Little Owl?
Yes, he calls him the Reaper.
We just heard Mr. Davis talk about Corey Edwards in that second interview.
Right.
Do you know who Corey Edwards is?
Yes, he was at the time a close associate of Keefe D's. I think he referred to him as a lieutenant in his organization.
Start my weekend.
Hey, I need y'all to run them lights up, bro. Run them lights up, bro. Oh my God.
Early on, does the defendant describe his early criminal career that ultimately resulted in some convictions that sent him to prison?
Yes.
And Judge, I have marked as State Proposed Exhibit number 73 and 74, a felony conviction for possession of a controlled substance in Municipal Court of Compton, Judicial Court, County of Los Angeles, State of California, in case number A636901, as well as same charge, case A637226.
Any objection? Or you're asking to admit those?
Yes. No,
Any objection, Mr. Stamp?
No objection.
So admitted?
Mr. Davis also describes going to prison for 3 or 4 years in the late 80s.
Yes, he refers to it as Gladiator School.
Now, at the back of the book, he calls out some people that he's upset with.
Yes.
One of those people is.
Objection, Your Honor, so he.
Okay. Will you rephrase?
Do you know? Well, who's Uchi's?
Uchi?
Yeah.
Uchi, I think we believe is Win Prince, who was a very good friend of his that he believed had snitched him at some point.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this. As
Run them likes up, please, bro.
Safety.
Double tap the
A
screen.
little more foundation.
Let's
Okay.
go.
So it's sustained at this time. You may attempt to lay more foundation.
What does Mr. Davis say about Uchi's in the book?
He says that Uchi has been a good friend of his
Before
since they were
before he
children.
answers the questions, we hear questions.
Yes.
I gotta do some stuff on my channel. After this video, I gotta keep certain stuff in members only. If you want the high profile exclusive stuff that was never heard before, you gotta buy that membership. Because I wasn't even expecting none of this to happen. I ain't gonna say no more names. I ain't gonna let nobody know who, nothing. It's in members only. If you want to know who was in it, you gotta buy that membership. Day one of the Keefe D trial, bro. Came on the live screen. This is a legendary moment, bro. Y'all don't know. If y'all new over here, y'all don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't even feel comfortable talking about that no more. Because I ain't know they were going to bring it to court. And the next time that person come in the building, or any day one person that was here and heard me talking about this and saw everything, the next time they come in the chat, let them know from the rip. Don't say nothing else. Don't tell nobody nothing. You feel me? You feel me? This crazy, bro. I bet bro don't even know about, bro. I bet he don't even know his name was in that book that Keefe D got. Now, man, what's going on, Keefe D, bro? Oh, it's over with, Lala. It's over with. I'm done saying anything about that topic from here on out. I'm done bringing his name up. I promise you, I'm not saying nothing. If you lost in it and you ain't never knew, you'll never know. I ain't doing it no more. Hell no. Cause now, man, y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know, bro. I got some shit these blade I ain't got. Man, let's go, bro. Run them likes up, bro. Show some love and run them likes up, man. They got it on mute because they talking about something, bro. This kind of threw me off for a minute, man, because I'm glad I came back and ran this back. I'm glad I came back and ran part 2, bro. Because if I would never came back and ran that, I would have never knew none of this was going on. And never know what may happen if I would have kept running this and I didn't come back and catch this after I went and got my kids. See how God work in a mysterious way is a reason why I was like, yeah, I got to come back and run it, because I wanted to finish hearing and look what happened. Yeah, we finna get to it. You say don't be so demanding. You get out my comment section. You get off my channel. Go watch it on Court TV with no commentary. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all go on the other channels and hit the like button. Don't act like it's a problem when you come over to a new channel and you just watching it and you just have amnesia and forget to hit the like button. Don't do that. Show some love like you do these dudes that be lying up here. Or go to another channel. Go watch it on Court TV with no commentary if you can't hit the like button. Because I ain't just running this like everybody else for no likes, clicks, and views, bro. Once again, Real Lives Like TV end up being in a situation. If you know, you know. If you don't, you probably just want to stay tuned to see what's going to happen along the way. It's crazy. That la. That makes sense why Big Gene had responded last night. That makes sense about the whole Big Gene video, la. You know, he responded to us last night, talking about we don't know what we talking about. That explains everything. That explains it. Because Big Gene was in here that night when that happened. That's why he made the video the next day, responding back to us, talking about we don't know what we talking about. It's a lot more to it than y'all expect. You remember when Big Gene said that? Now look what happened. Look what happened. So now I'm gonna have to go back and make sure and see what Big Gene talking about. Cause he responded back. Jazz, you here. You was here, but you probably tapped in late. But I ain't gonna say nothing about nothing. I'm gonna let y'all watch and listen and see what they talking about. Because that is crazy. That is crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to start straightening up on not saying a certain person name. Because this person showed me some love and showed some love to my channel that he ain't show love to Murder Raps. He ain't show love to Vlad. He ain't show love to none of these other big channels, but he shows some love to us over here. So I'm not bringing his name up no more. Real talk. We got the sauce firsthand. So if any Vlad come out, you lying, Vlad. No jumper. Can't nobody else come out and say they got it.
You
But
disregarded the
us.
last answer to the incomplete question. State you may proceed.
Thank you. Can you describe to me what the defendant describes about Uchi's in the book?
Sure, he says he's one of his oldest friends, describes him as his right-hand man, and says that he is dead, that he's been killed. All three of those things line up with wind prints.
I'm going to ask you the next question, which is,
Run them lights up. Run them lights up. Appreciate everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. I need the lights to match the people.
There's a great photo of them together. There's actually several photos of them together over the years. And I know, I think Wendell Prince was ultimately killed, I think in like a backyard over a drug deal or something like that. And I believe Keefe was listed as Paul Bearer at his funeral.
what does he say about Tucker in the book?
He says that he is the brother of NBA player Tayshaun Prince. And there's only two brothers of Tayshaun Prince, and only one of them is involved in any of the street business, which would be Thomas Lamar Prince. And I'm not sure what else he says about Prince as far as, but I think he's listing people he has grievances with.
And finally, you don't know, there's a person named Menace.
Right.
You're unable to identify.
We've never been able to figure out who Menace is. There was a Southside Crip with that street name, but we don't think that that's who it is.
Now, you've been involved in this project, well, I guess it's 2012.
Correct.
In 2012, did you go and look at all the publicly available information there was that you could find?
Yes.
Did you, I'll start with Defense Exhibit A. Can you put it on me?
Oh my God. Y'all just don't know, my mind just blown right now, bro. That's why I've been holding on that content. Lala, the day ones, Jazz. That's why I ain't never dropped no video. I ain't never made no short about it or nothing. I'm not keying it to the algorithm.
In 2008 said
that's only for us over here.
The girls
Objection, Your Honor, to leading.
This only for us, bro. If you ever been tapped in when that person came over here, that's only for y'all. I'm not getting it to nobody else, bro. Nobody else. I'm probably gonna make that motherfucker unlisted because I don't even want nobody to screen record it and do nothing with it. Nothing. It's crazy, bro. Run them lights up, man.
Shot back at them and the girls stopped.
As of 2008, when that statement was made, was there any public information of a car chasing the Cadillac?
There was not no public information about the girls in a Sebring chasing the Cadillac. No. nor about them almost colliding with each other.
I'm going to object, Your Honor, as the foundation. How does he know about public knowledge?
Sustained.
In the public.
I never did, Lala. I never did.
That's right.
I ain't do nothing
I've
with it.
never
I
seen it
never
before
messed with it,
2008
Lala.
when
I
it
said,
anywhere
nah,
that there
I
was
ain't
linear
doing
collision.
nothing with it. I don't want the
Between the
algorithm to
girls
have
that
it. It's
sprang
just
on the
for
white panels.
everybody who seen it.
Once again, I'm going to object as to foundation. Public knowledge as to how exactly is he talking about?
If you could lay more foundation about what he's reviewed to ultimately state this.
Sure.
What did you review?
The definitive book for a long time on this case was Kathy Scott's book, The Killing of Tupac Shakur. Probably dozens of news articles from back then that I went back through. I went to UCLA's archives and went through their newspaper archives looking for articles about this. I read the Labyrinth book by Randall Sullivan, which was primarily about Biggie's murder, but also covered Tupac's murder to some extent. It just isn't anywhere that I could find.
Now, Kathy Scott does say girls in a Chrysler sedan, correct?
Correct. She does not say Sebring. She just says a Chrysler. And she doesn't say anything about them going around the corner.
And once again, I'm going to object to that in terms of hearsay. How we're now getting into other people's work, and he's quoting that verbatim. I'm not quite clear how that's not hearsay.
Is it offered for its truth,
It's not
Mr.
offered for the
DiGiacomo,
truth.
or is it?
It's offered for the fact that it wasn't said, not that anything that was said.
Okay, so I'm going to overrule the objection. The jury's not to consider what Ms. Scott wrote in her book for truth in any way. It's only to be considered to show that that wasn't included. This specific detail was not included in her book. You may proceed.
And then finally, I'm going to put up for you Defendant's Exhibit B. And if I can figure out how to zoom, because I never use these. So here we go. I want you to read that to yourself.
No, see, y'all in the comments don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know what we talking about. Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand. That's why I say if you ain't subscribed and you don't catch us late night live from here on out, I'm not talking about nothing else no more, bro. I ain't doing it, bro. Unless it's something else, I'm not doing it no more. If you lost in the sauce and you don't know what we talking about, I gotta just let you be like that, bro. Cause I got some stuff Vlad I ain't got, No Jumper I ain't got, Murder Rep I ain't got, All the Dialogue I ain't got, ain't none of these channels got.
Nope.
And your testimony here today is really based upon your work for this.
Oh, you was here for Forensic? You was in the live that night for Forensic?
No,
I didn't know you was in the live that night.
I don't care about the writing of the book. But
Okay, you was here then. Okay, I didn't know that. I swear I ain't know that. I ain't know that. See, I'm lost. I didn't know.
Rap documentary that came a few years later that was based on that book, and then I was a consultant on Death Row Chronicles series that we've been playing Andrew from here.
Do you recall when the state asked you that you were first involved with this in 2012?
Yes.
In what way were you involved in this in 2012?
Yes, in late
This shit crazy, Forensic. You was there. You was there that night. Okay.
And that's what first alerted me to the book even existed. And I reached out to Greg, asked if he wanted to make a documentary. He sent me a copy of the book and said, read it. And if I'm still interested, he's interested.
Okay. And your job really was, for the next couple of years, was to, do your own independent research?
Combination of doing my own independent research and also having Greg explain to me, a 3-4 year long investigation that he had conducted.
Your testimony to the jury was that you spent a couple of years doing that.
Oh my God, y'all! Just imagine how many people was in this live and I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention to all the comments. So just imagine how many people gonna come back and be like, hey, this nigga had, oh my God, bro. Man, let's go, gang.
Used,
I'm not sure what version I used.
and then you used another book. And what was that final book?
There was one called Labyrinth by Randall Sullivan.
Did you say that before?
I said it just a minute ago, yes.
Okay. What other books besides that one?
I'm not sure.
Any other books?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but there might have been some others.
How about Welcome to Death Row by Lee Savage?
No, I've seen the docuseries that he produced, though.
How about this book here by Frank Alexander, who was present on the night of the shooting?
I've read excerpts from that.
Excerpts?
Yes, sir.
Not the whole thing?
No.
Okay. How about this book here? I think you've mentioned this before, Original Gangsters?
Yes, I've read that book.
That's the one you said before.
No, I don't think I've mentioned that one yet, but I have read that. I know the author.
And then how about this book here? Looks like it's an autobiography, Only God Can Judge Me by Jeff Crow.
Yes, I've read that.
All right. Now, fair to say that when your job here and what you've done is talk to us a little bit about you or your work in a documentary, right? That's what you're doing here today.
Sure, and what I learned in the process of making a documentary, yes.
Right, and what you learned in the process of making a documentary. And I just want to make sure we're clear for the jury. Documentaries really is a business, right?
RNs work around the clock. So does WGU. Our RN.
Run them lights up. Run them lights up. Appreciate everybody here. Run them lights up.
Yeah.
Run them lights up.
In fact, you can do a lot better than sitting up here today talking about or testifying about a murder that took place 30 years ago, right?
I could do better, what, business-wise?
Yeah.
Sure, if I was running a show for Discovery like I do in the past, yes, that pays very well.
Sure. And with regard to what you do with the business, and I want to make sure the jury understands, there is a project, there is a sort of an idea that's out there that's formulated, and then at some point there is a discussion as to whether or not it's marketable or not, right?
Correct.
And then maybe you go out and you farm it out for people to invest in the project and maybe provide money and funding for the project.
Sometimes you do, and sometimes you just do it yourself.
Right. And the idea behind it at some point is because you want to be able to sell your product to the viewers, right?
That's part of the idea, but that's not the only reason I make it.
Sure. Now, in this case, though, when you are looking through your documentary, you're doing a documentary here on the Death Row Chronicles, right? Death Row Chronicles meaning death row, or what was it?
No, I'm focused mainly on the murders of both Tupac and Biggie.
All right. And you team up with Greg Kading.
I do.
And Greg Kading, I would imagine in your work over the 2 years that you did the research, you were looking through all the details of what you could find about the Tupac murder.
Yes, but he also turned over his case files from the LAPD to me. So
can you describe for us what those case files look like?
Absolutely. They were digitized case files. It was over 2,700 PDF reports going back to 97 or so. Probably over 100 hours of audio of interviews with witnesses and potential suspects, photos, crime scene photos, mainly of the Biggie case, that kind of thing.
Anything else?
Off the top of my head, that's mainly it. You got, there was some video of from the Biggie shooting. There was some home video that was entered into as evidence.
All right. And when you were doing your research, the 2 years of research you did on this particular project, you interviewed detectives?
I did. I interviewed Greg Kading. I interviewed Kelly Cooper, who was one of the original detectives out of Wilshire Homicide on the Biggie case. I interviewed, well, those are the two main detectives I interviewed for the case.
All right. I just want to hear something to do with Las Vegas Metro. Did you interview any detectives in Las Vegas Metro?
I did not.
You do understand that the homicide of Tupac Shakur was the responsibility of Las Vegas Metro?
100%.
And as of right now, you're telling us you interviewed a guy by the name of Greg Kading, who's from California, and some girl from California as well.
No, Kelly Cooper's a man.
Oh, fine. Kelly Cooper's a man.
Yes.
But both of those people are in California.
Yes.
All right. Now, in addition to that, can you tell us, for instance, who the detectives were that were the lead detectives from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department that handled this investigation?
Sure.
Please don't interrupt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're done? Okay. Sergeant Manning, there was I believe a Detective Becker, a Detective Long.
Anybody else?
That's all I'm aware of off the top of my head.
Are you aware of a Detective Mog?
Yes, the current or most recent detective, yes.
Now, when you finally put this project together, I'm assuming at some point you called Metro and said, hey, we got the guy who's confessed now to the crime, right?
I do once Death Row Chronicles airs.
I'm sorry, what?
After Death Row Chronicles airs, I reach out to Metro Police, yes.
Yes, you reach out to Metro Police. Who was it that you spoke to at Las Vegas Metro?
Well, first I got on their website and just emailed their general info@homicide email address. And a while later, Detective Mog responded to me, and we started going from there.
So you know who Detective Mog is?
I do, yes.
Now, in fact, you were given an interview at some point in the future by the Sun from England. You recall meeting with a reporter?
Yes.
James Desborough?
Desborough, yes.
Okay. And in that interview, you had told Mr. Desborough that you had sent out 100 emails to Metro.
Eventually, once we're going back and forth, yes.
Okay, those emails were all concerning the Tupac case.
Yes, correct.
Now,
and that was over the course of several years.
fine. Okay. But once again, you had said, hey, we have information, please look at my documentary, right? Something along those lines.
No, that's not what I said. I said watch Death Row Chronicles.
Oh, I apologize.
So, you keep conflating my documentary with the series Death Row Chronicles. I did not make Death Row Chronicles. I was just a consultant on it.
Okay.
But that's the one where Keefe first went public with his interview, which made it noteworthy enough for me to be like, you should look at this. This is new information for your case.
And when you sat down to actually start working on the project Death Row Chronicles,
yes,
we are listening to audio of those two interviews that happened, right?
Correct.
Now, up until that point, fair to say, Mr. Davis had never spoken about this publicly.
To my knowledge, he had never spoken publicly about this case. No, that's what made it significant.
Right, and you had been aware, of course, that according to your understanding of the proffer of 2008, if he didn't say anything to, like, say, a media source, then the proffer would still be protecting him.
That's how I understood it, yes.
Okay.
So, in essence, when you were sitting down with Mr. Davis, you were pushing him to violate the proffer.
I'm not pushing him. I'm not even in the room with him.
I know. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
But in essence, you are on a little earbud or something along those lines in another room, and you're telling the interviewer to keep pressing on Mr. Davis.
I was not thinking at all about him violating his proffer. I honestly didn't think the proffer would ever be used. I didn't understand that's how that worked. I thought he's giving a public confession. That public confession can be used. Absolutely.
Now, in addition to that, you are in another room, and you do not want to be seen by Mr. Davis.
That's correct.
In fact, Mr. Kading, Detective Kading, former Detective Kading, is also not present because he does not want to be seen by Mr. Davis.
That's correct.
And so, in essence, as you're sitting there listening to the conversation, you're telling the person information that's specific to the 2008 report.
Yes, I'm going. I know when he
Got
moves
him.
forward to a question that he
Got him.
or if there's another way to phrase a question that might help.
Now, in
But I
addition,
can tell you sorry to cut you off, but most of the questions were written in advance. I only offered up maybe a half dozen total across 2 interviews of additional questions.
yeah. So let's make sure we understand. We're not in the room and there's no cameras. As we're listening to the recording, there's another voice that's on the recording, sometimes talking about getting a Diet Coke or something to do like, "Oh, this is great." Was that you?
No, there were a couple other. It depended on when people came and went from that office, and there was different people in there on different days. It was just employees of the production company or other contractors that were on that show.
And in addition to that, while you're sitting there, you're having these conversations about Mr. Davis, and you are, is it typing? Because I'm hearing like little knocks on something.
Yep.
Are you texting?
That's me texting, yes.
And so you're texting the individual that's listening?
I'm texting.
Turn the lights up.
Now, as you're doing that, of course, Mr. Davis does not know that you're doing that.
Correct.
And you are working at that particular point for which company?
I was a contractor for Entertainment One / Creature Films, the production company.
So you are not an employee, you're an independent contractor.
Correct.
All right. Technically working for yourself.
Sure.
All right. And the contract that was between Mr. Davis and whoever on the show would have been who? You?
No, it would have been with the production company.
All right. So the production company means who?
Again, Entertainment One or Creature Films. I'm not sure who he dealt with.
Okay. So Mr. Davis has a contract with regards to the production. And during the time period that we are listening to your recording, fair to say, though, that you have basically taken your phone and placed it by the speaker.
Yes, that's correct.
And you're basically recording the entire conversation.
That's right.
Including the part.
We have created an
Hey, run them lights up, bro. You see how this bald head ass nigga clout chasing? He ain't supposed to been told on nothing. You the fucking nigga that just supposed to be typing. You trying to clout chase and get some money off the story of Tupac death. Man, this nigga need to be locked up. He need to be locked up.
You're an independent contractor. You don't have a contract with Mr. Davis. So tell me how you believe you could report that without Mr. Davis's permission.
Absolutely. I have a technical.
I'm asking for his contract, Your Honor.
Overruled. I think he can answer the question as asked.
A couple of things. First of all, contract does not outline every single duty that a contract that a crew member is going to do on a shoot. It's not like you have to constantly keep getting permission to do stuff in order to do your job. My job there was primarily centered on his interview. So once I realized that when he showed up that first day and was kind of giving them the runaround, and he was dressed in shorts and a t-shirt and was acting like he didn't know why he was supposed to be there and that the interview wasn't supposed to be that day, I sat in that office for quite a while before they got started. And then when we've learned that basically, look, we're gonna have to interview this guy twice. We're gonna try to get him in now and get something, but he's gonna have to come back later. I thought, okay, well,
cloud chasing bald head ass
in
nigga.
between these interviews, I don't know how long it's going to be before we get him back again. I have a record of what he said, so that when we come back for round 2, I know proper questions that should be in there. What has already been answered thoroughly.
Cloud chase.
They ask him again. That is why I made that.
Fucking typer in the entertainment business. What you doing telling? These niggas be telling for a check, man.
Because once again, it's part of their work, right?
No, of course not.
You kept that recording.
Yes.
And you do understand, though, that in the state of California, if you are recording someone without their permission, that is a crime.
This calls for a legal conclusion again.
I'm asking for.
Nah, bro, he a contractor.
Calls for a legal.
Damn, he's snitching.
It's sustained. Hang on, you can, if you want to rephrase.
See, that fuck the judge, yo, because the judge know this nigga ain't supposed to be did that. You ain't no FBI, police, snitch ass nigga. Trying to get raised, trying to get clout.
Recording this conversation.
Yes.
Did you, at that particular point, turn it over to Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department?
I did not.
You kept that recording.
Yes.
And then you created your project with that, right?
No, I've never used that recording for anything. What project are you talking about?
Let me ask you this, though, sir. In terms of who's responsible here to solve the Tupac murder, that's not your responsibility, right?
It can be anybody's responsibility.
This clout chasing ass nigga.
You're saying that it's not Metro's?
It could be theirs as well. Of course it is. Any citizen can investigate a crime if they want to.
Right. And we're going to get into that a little bit. But in terms of how you go about doing your job, fair to say that a detective would be the one that would handle that investigation.
Sure.
Right?
At some point, sure.
Right. And it's not like, say, the FBI. It's not LAPD, right? Compton PD. In this case, the Tupac murder was the responsibility of Metro.
To some extent, except that I know LAPD made the argument that if the crime was planned in the city of Los Angeles, that they could also take ownership of the case. And you can ask Greg Kading about that if he comes up here.
Ooh, he's snitching on everybody.
Just ask you this question.
I mean,
let me just ask you this question.
You said it.
So you send over notice to Metro and you say, hey, we solved this thing. You send over 100 emails to Metro. And they didn't do anything about it, did they?
No, because they were.
No, that's a yes or no answer. They didn't do anything about it.
What didn't do anything about it. Define didn't do anything. They
Fuck
were working
that,
the
you
case.
bald head, clout chasing ass nigga. Answer the question, because you just told us the FBI knew this shit.
So every time he would do an interview, I'd like send it to him. Be like, hey, here's a new interview. hey, this clip, he says this for the first time publicly. He says this, and there was back and forth going on with me and Detective Mogg. So I got the sense that he was absolutely working.
Clout chasing ass nigga,
and
man.
it's Detective
He
Work
ain't
101.
a
If your
fucking
suspect is talking,
FBI.
you let him talk.
You trying to get
And so
clout
he
out
was talking,
Tupac,
so
man.
everything he did was
Bald head, snitch ass nigga.
So what was he talking in?
What was he talking in?
Sure. What was the information that he was talking in? Are you talking about your documentary at this particular point?
No. I'm talking about he's going on YouTube. He's going on Vlad TV. He went on, I think he ended up doing a total of 9 interviews on YouTube.
You pocket watching.
Period.
You
Did you
pocket
verify
watching.
any of the information that he gave you?
What do you mean?
Well, the information that you learned in this case, right?
That who gave me?
Well, the information that you learned from either the listing of the 2008 proper or in the interview with Mr. Davis. Did you go out and conduct your own investigation to verify the information?
Sure, I went through, well, again, I had unfettered access to the case files, and there's lots of corroborating evidence in those case files.
Now, when you say the case files, and I want to make sure I'm clear here.
Sure.
You're talking about Greg Kading.
Yes.
And you're talking about Greg Kading, who's former LAPD.
Well, I'm not just talking about Greg Kading. I'm talking about every detective that came before me.
Question,
I am. You're trying to phrase it in a certain way. Not just Greg Kading. It's not just his files. In fact, the majority of them are from detectives that came before him.
Ooh.
Including Las Vegas police files.
All
Ooh.
right.
He's snitching on everybody.
So you're talking about before Greg Kading.
Sure. A lot of the biggie detectives had gathered evidence. Don't shake your head. A lot of biggie detectives gathered evidence. Jeez,
He's
man.
snitching on
A lot of
everybody.
biggie detectives had gathered evidence that pertained to the Tupac case because the 2 cases it became known or believed were connected. So they had informants coming forward to them on the biggie case that were saying, hey, these 2 things are connected.
Okay. So once again, evidence or information that would have gone to the detective, right?
Eventually to Greg Kading and his team of detectives, yes.
Once again, you got to understand, Greg Kading was not responsible for the investigation of
Bingo.
Correct.
He was part of the task force specifically for the Biggie Smalls murder.
That's correct.
And you are aware at some point he's removed from that task force, right?
Yes.
And one of the things he does is he steals the Tupac file.
I object to the word steals.
I'm sorry, he borrowed.
I don't mean in like a legal sense. I
He
object.
clout chasing. Look at the lawyers nigga
I'm not
laugh.
raising an objection.
Snitch ass, clout chasing
I
ass
take issue
nigga.
with
You
the
a
word
clout
steal.
chaser.
Any detective
And you
can
telling
take
on
case files with
everybody
them when
now.
they leave the department. It happens all the time. It's extremely common. In fact, I just did a series
No, I
on
object.
Ted Bundy last year based on the same exact thing. One of the lead detectives on the Bundy case in the 70s took a box of files with him, and we were able to obtain those files, and we made a show about Ted Bundy based on his files.
Are you a detective, sir?
No.
So you can't sit here and tell us what a detective can.
You feel me? You clout chasing for some
Like, legally, I
money.
can't say that. I can say based on my experience as a true crime producer for the past 20 years, it's very common in my line of work to come across files that detectives have taken home with them.
So I want to make sure I'm clear. You're telling us that Detective Kading took a file that he wasn't even part of the investigation on? You're saying that that's what happened here?
But Judge, I assume a fact, not an evidence.
No, I think he mentioned that, Judge.
What do you mean? He took a file that was not a case he didn't work?
Yes.
As soon as Keefe confessed to the Tupac's murder, they took ownership of that case. And again, you're going to have to ask him that question because I was not there for that.
Oh.
So once again, that's something you're saying that Greg Kading should come here and testify to.
If he wants to, sure.
Oh.
And once again, based upon your research of this file for the 2 years prior to the documentary or the project that you were working on.
Yes.
Not just for that.
Murder rap, yes.
You learned, of course, that Greg Kading.
That's why my boy turned murder rap down. You snitch, bald head ass, bitch ass nigga. You's a bitch, nigga. I don't care if they don't monetize this video. You's a bald head, clout chasing, nigga. You trying to get money out Tupac name. Salute my boy for turning down y'all interview, and he came over here with us on putting that video in private. Every video that I did with Keefe D name in it, I'm putting that shit in private. Ain't no memberships, ain't no nothing. You niggas clout chasing on the internet. I'm finna change that shit up when I get off live. All that shit going on private, nigga. You clout chasing, bro. You clout chasing, bro. You clout chasing, bro. Ain't nobody over here seen me drop nothing on this man's name in this case. You niggas want to check off niggas, bro. Nah, bro, I'm changing it right now as we speak on my phone. While they talk about what they talk about, I'm finna go change all this. I don't care. I know it's gonna hurt me. I'm putting all this shit on private. It's not gonna be in the algorithm no more. Man, I've been speaking truth this whole case. I've been telling y'all that the FBI, the LAPD, supposed to be locked up with Keefe D. Everybody been telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, but I kept telling y'all, bro, these niggas, let's go. Let's go, bro. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. I'm finna go put all the videos on private. If you weren't here that night, you'll never hear about it again. And that's my bro. That's my honest God truth. That's on God. That's on all four of my kids. I don't care who come in here and say something. I don't care if Keefe D get out of jail and say something, bro. I never speak on that shit again, bro. Cause I see the type of games y'all play on the internet. I don't want to play that game, bro. I don't want to do that, bro. I don't want to do that. Not for no likes, clicks, and views. No, I'm taking that off my channel. Ain't nobody for to get it no more. And I'm gonna get the copyright match to go through YouTube. So if anybody screen recorded anything and it detected, I'm striking your ass, nigga. I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna make sure everybody who rock with me go to your channel and we all gonna go on a strike party. If you got that video, I don't want it in the algorithm, bro. I don't want it in the algorithm. No. They need to lock up the FBI, LAPD with Keefe D, nigga. I don't want that in the algorithm. Nope. I'm finna go change this. Now, y'all think I'm playing that. Watch this. Watch this. From day one all the way to up here, the shit on private. Watch this. I ain't playing. What they say? What they say? Day one, private. Oh, I'm finna go down the list. I better not find nobody with it. Nobody. I'm gonna make sure YouTube send the copyright thing through the algorithm to make sure.
All right, we're going to take a recess at this time. During this recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any reportive or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion.
Have you ever seen that
Run
show?
them lights up. Run them lights up. Run them lights up. While I make all this shit private.
All right, for the record, the jury has exited the room. So going back to our initial first issue regarding, can we actually have you step off the stand for a little bit, sir? Thank you, Mr. Dorsey.
What we got going? What's going on? What's going on, Court TV? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? What we doing? The fuck going on, man? What going on with Court TV?
Regarding what the actual federal judge did find regarding detective.
What the hell going on? Like what is this? Like what is going on? Bro, what is this? Why it taking long to load up? It just did that out of nowhere. And I was like, bro, my Wi-Fi box right here. And plugged up to the Ethernet cord. Trying to see what's the word? What we got going? Who did what?
Opinion testimony about his character, his quality as a detective, none of that information has come into the courtroom. So why is it that the defense gets to just ignore the rules of evidence and start asking about specific acts of misconduct for somebody whose character hasn't even...
Man, what the fuck is all this?
been raised?
Mr. Sims?
I think the words of the Lord and the Lord state asked specifically about his research and going into this idea that he did all this research. He's testifying that Katie was like his BFF. I mean, the guys working together on a project with regards to his book. And during this time period, the state starts asking questions that I think traipsed right into the expert opinion area, to which they're saying, oh, it's not expert opinion, this is just lay witness opinion.
And I sustain that objection, saying he can't give opinions about ultimately that it's something that they can lay the foundation for, that this is included in the book and that this is his information about this person, and then they can ultimately argue that. That was my ruling.
Correct.
I don't know if that's how that went down, but
I think it was good. I'm just saying that what we're doing right now, though, is we're saying, okay, he's testifying as to that 2-year period, that time period in which he now gives opinions on his research. Well, one of the things that he researched, according to his testimony, that he had was the case file. I should be able to get into the veracity of that case file, where it came from, was it even complete, who gave it to him, because I think that's details that we would get out of a detective, if Detective Monroe testified.
So you're asking for completeness of the file. I think that is something that would be appropriate. What else are you asking for?
I'm asking specifically for the veracity. Meaning, look, if a detective got up on the stand and said, I received the file, right? What typically would happen is, if it's coming from another jurisdiction like LAPD, you get a COR that says, hey, this is the entire file. Or, like Mr. Giacomo said a few hearings ago, Detective Mog went down and turned every page of his discovery to match the discovery that was in the file in LAPD. We don't have that here. But this individual is testifying and saying, part of my opinion or experience in this case is the research conducted with the file that Greg Katie gave me. And I want to get into that.
So the completeness of the file is ultimately relying on Detective Kading's representation. This is the full file. That's your concern.
Correct. And how the file is obtained. I think that's critical in this case, because if the file is obtained through the normal procedure, then we don't have a problem. It's a COR.
That goes back to completeness, though, Mr. Sampt. I think you're somewhat circling the same issue, because you're saying if it's obtained through the normal course, you get, if we did it discovery-wise here, you'd get some sort of paperwork that this is the entire report.
Run them lights up. Run them lights up. Run them lights up. Run them lights up. Appreciate everybody who in the building. Yeah, I'm almost done. What the hell, bro? Why every time an ad come up, this shit do that, gang? What is this? What is going on? Like, bro, what the fuck is going on? When did this just start happening? Just because I said I'm gonna take the videos down, bro. Y'all know that just because I said I'm gonna put all my videos in private, now all of a sudden the internet want to play. Let's go, bro.
Detective Kading's promoting.
What is going? I just refreshed.
Oh, your entire theory. You can get into that. So then moving on to the other issue that sort of came up while we were at the bench. I have reviewed these emails. They were largely about scheduling and if the things that Detective Maud was aware of during certain interviews. I didn't in any way see them to be exculpatory because they were not mentioning anybody else potentially being involved. Additionally, they had nothing to do with the initial ask, which was emails between Kading and Maud. However, I can get those to you if you think that they are relevant to your defense theory.
I think it does because once again, it highlights the need for Detective Maud to testify in this case.
Well, at the end of the day, whoever testifies, the need is on the state, right? They get to decide who they call in their case. They get to decide how they prove their case because at the end of the day, the only question that matters is can they prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. If they don't think they
What
can,
up, Prime
then it goes
Child?
to your benefit because they can't prove their case, right? So
What's up with the guy?
The way that they choose to prosecute this case may not be the way you choose to prosecute it, may not be not that you're doing, or the way that I would choose, or another prosecutor in the office would choose. But at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. It may not include Detective Mogg. It may not include Detective Kading. It may not include a lot of people.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I can get you those emails. State anything further.
Well, just that I'd like him to be ordered not to go into character evidence without a proper foundation. He can't open his own door with the witness by suggesting, hey, this is what his character is, and then let me tell you why I think that.
I agree with that.
I would have to open the door to Greg Kading's character in order for them to impeach it, and I haven't.
Okay, I agree with that. Ultimately, I think we've covered this specific issue because he's going to focus more so on the completeness of the file and the way that it was obtained. But if there's another contemporaneous objection regarding that, we'll address that. But I agree with that. Okay. Emails. How do you want me to get them to you? You don't really answer your email very well, so.
I don't read well, Your Honor. If I could just have maybe, can we print it out?
No.
All right.
Judge, I can have a link sent from what you had sent to you to Mr. Singh.
Okay, sounds good.
Or to me, really.
Yeah.
So I've reviewed them. My initial in-camera review was that they weren't relevant, but at this time, because you're requesting and have sort of opened another avenue into them that I didn't realize was necessarily relevant through my initial review of the case, we'll have them disclosed through that exact same link.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Use the restroom before bringing back.
Of course. I can do the same. All right, we'll be in recess.
Hey, this some crazy work, bro. I don't know when they supposed to be coming back. 15 minutes. What they say? How long is fucking recess supposed to be? Huh? Because they done said some stuff, bro. What's up with it, man? I'll throw it off for a minute, bro. Hey, bro, don't tell me what to do on my channel, gang. My mods is what I want to do for my channel, bro. People like you don't help my channel because you come in saying stupid shit. So I always remember that I don't give a fuck about people like you who come in the comment section saying dumb shit. You feel me? You come here looking for clout. You come here just saying out the wild shit. Get your ass somewhere else, nigga. Fuck wrong with you. If you gonna come in here and conversate about what's going on, we gonna come in here and conversate. Don't come here with that weird shit, gang. Cause I ain't gotta have your view, your like, your subscribe, none of this shit. Like for real, for real. Let's get to it, bro. But this whole case been crazy. I had to go back and put all my videos on private. So if you don't see them videos with the 56K, the 20K, the 30K, the Big Gene responding, I had to put that shit in private. I put that shit in private. If you was here, you caught it. If not, you know, it is what it is. But I didn't know Keefe D was doing all this. I didn't know Keefe D was bringing up all these people's names in his book. But now we see the bald head clout chaser dude. He implicating Greg Kading, the FBI, LAPD. He's saying they knew all this. He snitched on everybody. But didn't I tell y'all, man, Aurora? Like I said, man, Aurora. That's who I call Keefe D attorney, Keefe D lawyer. That's who I call him, Manny Aurora. That boy is like Manny Aurora in this shit, bro. Don't be surprised that Keefe D don't get charged a lot of time, or if Keefe D get charged, the Los Angeles police should get charged as well, because they should have been charged Keefe D back then instead of holding on to information. He longs to punish because his mom didn't give two shits about him and let him run wild. That's why he doesn't have many mindful. Hey, oh, you talking about? Oh yeah. In my Charleston white voice. I don't know how long recess is. I'm trying to see because I was doing some stuff up in my phone. Although I heard that he might walk Keefe D. Then some say it's over with for Keefe D. I'm gonna be real, bro. The only reason why most people saying Keefe D gonna go to jail because they like, oh, he telling the stories. He was in the car. He said this on platforms. Bro, you gotta look at it. Look how long the feds had this information. Look how long they had this. Keefe D said up in the interrogation, he had about 4-5 interrogations with him. And in the proper agreement, he said that Puff said when he met up with him after Von Zip gave him the gun, because it was Puff, Foxy Brown, and Zip. Puff told him he got to wait on the money because the FBI watching him. They watching his every move. This come out Keefe D mouth. He said this. So the next thing if we look, bro, dude just said the next person we gonna see is Greg Caden. If we see Greg Caden, we gotta see Diddy gotta be next. Diddy gotta be next if we see Greg Caden, bro. Cause who is Greg Caden to P. Diddy? P. Diddy the one that really need to answer these questions. He can't say I object. Or I don't want to answer. I'm in my right now, nigga. Answer these questions because this dealing with your artist. You know what's going on. Answer to what Keefe D is talking about. Why would Keefe D say this? Why would he go around say that you really owed him some money, but you gave it to Zip? They need Puff up here to answer these questions about what's going on.
Don't just watch the midterms. Trade election outcomes alongside your stocks and options.
Forget Keefe D. Forget them. Get Puff on the stand. That's who need to come up here and talk. Because his name all through this day one process, bro. P. Diddy, P. Diddy, P. Diddy, P. Diddy, P. Diddy. That's all you heard. Like this nigga promoting a whole new album. It's like the court promoting P. Diddy a new Welcome Home Party album. Like Mace. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Like, what we doing? So that's why I say, bro, like, I ain't just up here clout chasing. I ain't up here making up no narratives. But I ain't just for the point the finger at Keefe D, all because he told this side of the story. All because he was sitting in the car. All because he went on Vlad. I ain't doing it. Because at the end of the day, the same way how Keefe D went on platform telling his story, the feds been having this story a long time doing what? Helping these niggas make books, make money off of it, still letting them do what they do in the streets. You didn't charge them once Tupac, this stuff happened to Tupac. So why would you try to charge them now? And you ain't charge them during that time when it happened. It just don't make no sense. That's why I said, why Keefe D in court? And y'all got the whole information. Y'all was there when they happened to be. Y'all was there when that happened to Tupac. Because Keefe D was trying to line up Eric Von Zip for Greg Caden though. With this gun. Because Keefe D been an informant. So why not all of a sudden? Because Big Gene and Keefe D started going on Vlad, circulating, going on platforms. Now they got to go to jail. Now he got to go to jail. Out of all these years. Because he should have been got charged for accessory. So how much time y'all going to get Keefe D? You can't give him life because that happened 30 years ago. So if you were going to give him 25 plus life or whatever, that time already passed up. So what can you offer him? What you can give him? Witness protection program? Like, think about it. That happened 30 years ago. Appreciate them jewels, problem child. That happened 30 years ago. So if you try to get him 25 to life and that happened 30 years ago and y'all already had the information, that wouldn't make sense. Why would you want to give him the life sentence now? You could have got the life sentence out the way. But y'all done made your little money off of it and got your fame off of it. Now you want to hit Keefe because he don't want to cooperate, give up no more information. Like I told y'all, it's like pranks gone wrong. This is informant. Being the informant going wrong. This is when you an informant and it's going wrong, bro. Appreciate them gifted, problem child. Them facts about Nicky Barnes. Them all facts. I'm finna go find something to play while we see what time they coming back. They should be coming back like in 5 or 10 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. They should be coming right back, but I'm finna go get a clip so I can let run while we let it play. I mean, while we wait till it come back. Cause I just feel like Diddy should be up in there. Should be more than it. Like, can't just point the finger at Keefe D on this one, bro. We just can't. Hey, I'm going to another video till the court start back. I got my phone right here, so I know when they start back. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just want to have it sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, because I can't say too much. If I go too much in debt, I ain't doing it. So I'm just going, you know what I'm saying, wait to see what they talking about. Because I don't know what they're going. Hold on, there they go right there. Hold on, I got y'all. You good. We good, cuz we back. Soon when I was finna go change it, they were coming right back in there. I showed like, damn, man. Cause they ain't say how long the recess was gonna be. I was just trying to see, like, shit, what we doing? How long the recess is? Come on, bro. What the hell going on with all this stuff? Hey, these folks gonna make me call them about this internet game. I'm getting y'all for like $160 a month. I shouldn't have no problems. None whatsoever. No problems. But it's like, they playing. I shouldn't have no problem. Look at it. Like, what's all it, bro?
The Green Lantern needs to be fearless.
The time has come.
I'm gonna have to go holler at them. Or is it the weather? It's probably the weather because it rained. Because our weather bad down here. But man, hey, y'all got to get it together or give me a discount on my 160. Man, I ain't trying to hit it. I don't need none missing up. Y'all tweaking. Then y'all still gonna make me watch another ad. Yeah, y'all tweaking. I ain't trying to. I need that on point, straighten out, moving fast, on point. No lagging. Getting you all this money every month. Okay. They just finna get ready to get back started. They just finna get back. They just finna get it going. Hey, I appreciate everybody who in the building. I hope y'all hit that like button, bro. Hope y'all hitting that like button, bro. We finna get into it, man. This situation crazy. We finna get into it. Hold on right quick. Hold on. got going on. They need to go and get to it, man. I think they finna get ready to kill it in a couple more
Back
minutes.
on record in State versus Davis, C377407. Mr. Samt has some more material for tomorrow, but may still go into his cross-examination in the morning. We've checked. This witness is available to come back tomorrow if necessary, so we'll just go from there. So anything else we need to address outside the presence before we bring the jury in? Okay, let's bring them in.
Right? You crazy, bro. You crazy. Hey, hit that like button. I appreciate everybody who rocking with.
All right, welcome back. Mr. Dorsey, do the parties stipulate to the presence of the jury? You may all be seated. Mr. Dorsey, you're still under oath. Mr. Samt, you're still on cross-examination. You may proceed.
Referring you back to your previous testimony with regard to Kathy Scott, just for the jury's edification, Kathy Scott is not a detective.
Correct.
She is a reporter.
She's a journalist, yes.
She's a journalist, right. And she wrote a book with regards to her information she had gathered as that journalist, right?
Correct.
Not her own investigation, but what she had heard on the street.
And from detectives that she talked to, yes.
Right. And so when she first published her book, fair to say what I'm holding up for you, and I want to make sure I'm accurate for the jury, this is the third edition, right?
Okay.
Are you aware that Kathy Scott's first edition that was published was actually in 1997, a year after?
Something like that. It was very fast after the crime. I remember that.
And then there was an update and another update, and what I have right here is the third edition. Okay. But with regard to that first edition, it came out a year after the shooting of Tupac.
Sounds about right.
All right. Now, your testimony has been around your research, and you had testified that you had listened to the recording of 2008.
Yes.
That recording was given to you by Greg Keefe.
Correct.
Did you ever compare the 2008 recording
Mark.
to 2009?
Appreciate that, Mark.
In this case?
I did not have the 2009 recording.
Right, because Mr. Keating did not give you a 2009 recording.
That's correct.
And that was not information that was public, right?
Correct.
Now, with regards to
Double tap that screen. Hit that light.
recording, did you compare that against the 1998 recording in this case?
Was that like a federal no, I did not.
And once again, Greg Keating did not give that to you because he did not have that.
I don't know if he had it or not, but he didn't give it to me.
Okay. So the proffer that you have, or at least the 2008, is a interview in which Mr. Keating is in the room.
Correct.
Along with Mr. Dupree, or Detective Dupree from the LAPD.
Yes.
As well as an FBI agent.
I believe so, yes.
As well as the United States Attorney.
I believe so.
And as well as maybe somebody from the DEA.
I don't know.
Okay.
And his attorney.
And his attorney, yes. Fine. In terms of those other individuals who are there, do you have any reports that you can share with the jury about what any of those other agencies did after the 2008 profit?
Not that I can recall now.
All right.
Appreciate that, Mark.
Again, that wasn't in the information that Mr. Keating had given to you.
Again, it might have been, but I don't recall.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this next question. You had gone through and said that you had done some research on this case. Are you aware that there was a lawsuit by the Tupac estate against Death Row Records?
I'm not sure.
A civil lawsuit for breach of contract for royalties?
I mean, there's lots of lawsuits like that. I don't know. I can't recall.
All right. So you don't have that information for us?
Again, I don't know. I might.
That's fair. Are you aware of a lawsuit by Orlando Anderson against the Tupac estate for injuries caused in Las Vegas?
I am.
All right. Are you aware that there was a settlement in that case?
No. There was a counter lawsuit for wrongful death filed by the estate of Tupac against him, and I thought that all went away when he was killed.
No. Well, and that's what you think, right? Did you?
That's what I believe. Yeah.
But you don't have research for that.
I don't think so. No.
You didn't go to the courthouse in LA County and look up the case or do anything like that.
No.
Now, fair to say, though, of course, that with a civil lawsuit, there would have been what's called discovery propounded during the course of that case, right? Meaning information.
Again, I wouldn't know.
All right. You never looked into depositions taken of Mr. Orlando Anderson or anybody else for that matter. Now, in addition to that, were you aware, based upon your research, that Tupac was actually leaving death row prior to his death?
That is.
Assumes the fact, not evidence.
What's your response?
Based upon his research, Your Honor.
We help individuals and organizations better lead and manage change and
No, I'm
You're
saying
assuming a
the
fact.
predicate of his question is assumes the fact that has yet to be established. He's asking the witness.
So in other words, it's not true, the thing he's asking.
I don't know if it's true or not, but he is assuming a fact, not evidence.
Can you lay more foundation?
Sure. In your research of your project in this case, did you ever look into the relationship between Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight?
Yes.
And during the time that you looked through that relationship, did you learn that Tupac was not happy with Suge Knight?
I did not. There's conflicting accounts about what was going on at that time, whether or not Tupac was going to leave death row because he was unhappy, or whether the idea was that he was going to set up his own label that would then be distributed through death row, and that is what Suge Knight wanted his big superstar artists to do, was to branch out, start their own companies, but with death row continuing to be the central company that it all flows through.
And that information you're providing to us, is that in some document somewhere?
I don't remember where I got that from.
And regarding Tupac's position here, he had finalized his 3 album in terms of his obligations to death row.
As I understand it, yes.
And he had also at some point started to create his own label, Machiavelli.
Correct, I just said that.
And thank you. And with regards to that label, he actually had a book of music that he was going to take with him into that label, right?
I'm not aware of that.
And with regards to the information here, it looks like not only did Tupac fire.
Yeah, I want to check it out, bro.
Safe to say that he also
Objection
fired.
assumes a fact, not an evidence.
You guys approach?
You see how they set up? I'm telling y'all, Keefe D lawyer. Y'all don't remember Man Aurora and them was doing it a lot in court? You don't remember? The same thing, bro. I'm telling you, this nigga must went to Man Aurora Law School. He must went to the law school right after the Young Dolph trial. Cause this nigga is not playing. He like, all right, okay, y'all gonna implicate my client. We bringing all y'all down too. So I need everybody up here who said they heard the recording, who wrote the report, who was around on the stand. And we're gonna let the prosecutors make the decision. Cause even Keefe D looking like, man, I don't know what the fuck going on. For real, bro. Bro, you don't think the LAPD, the FBI, anybody that was on the law enforcement who was involved should be charged?
All right, Mr. Samp, you may proceed.
Okay. Last question I asked you was, are you aware that Tupac had fired David Kenner?
Objection against.
Are you aware if?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up here. Are you aware if Tupac had fired David Kenner?
I've heard that claimed. I don't know that for a fact.
And just for the jury's edification, David Kenner was death row's lawyer.
Correct.
Are you aware if Tupac had requested an audit of Death Row's books to see what money they may have taken from him.
Again, I've heard rumors of that. I've never seen any evidence of it. A lot of the questions you're asking me right now, I know are based off conspiracy theories out there about alternate theories of this. And I just would wonder if you have any evidence of that you would base your question on.
Mr.
Or if you're
Garcia,
just using questioning
you
of
can't
me.
ask him questions. He asks you questions.
Okay, well, that's fine. I'm just wondering.
Now you want to ask questions, but you just snitched on the FBI and everybody. Now you trying to flip the script.
He's going to give an answer, I think.
Well, let me ask you this as well, sir. Are you aware if Reggie Wright was the security company or had a security company in charge of protecting Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur? Can I just finish my question, please, sir? I know you're getting a little eager here, but at the night of the fight at the MGM, that Reggie Wright Jr. had a company that was supposed to protect Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur.
Yes.
Are you aware if on that particular night, Reggie Wright had 20 to 25 either retired or off-duty police officers in a club called 666 on the night of the shooting of Tupac Shakur?
It's Club 662, and I'm not aware of the number.
You don't know?
No.
Are you aware if on the night of the shooting, there was only one individual that was with Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur by the name of Frank Alexander?
Well, one that was official security named Frank Alexander, yes.
Okay, one person.
Correct.
Now, in addition to that, are you aware, sir, that in the time period in which
But I object.
then I was not supposed to use it. Let me ask you this.
Rephrase, thank you.
Yes. Do you have any information at all as to whether or not Frank Alexander had a walkie-talkie or Nextel radio?
I don't know.
In addition to that, let me just go through here. You had mentioned that you had read this book. I'm showing you again.
Yes.
This is my kind of just you're very eager, but this is my copy of the Compton Street Legend. Okay, you read this book.
Yes.
All right. Let me just go through the book here real quick. Do you know who rapper Foxy Brown is?
Yes.
Foxy Brown is not dead.
No, she's not.
And in the book, Mr. Davis refers to Foxy Brown in the book.
Yes.
In fact, he refers to her as somebody that was in the car with Zip before Zip had asked her to get out of the car so he could have a conversation with Mr. Davis.
Correct.
And that conversation took place in the valet area of the MGM.
It was the valet or the parking area.
Well, do you want to look at the book to make sure that we're clear?
Well, I'm not sure between the book or the 2008 proffer, but it was parking lot or the valet area. I don't remember specifically where he said it was. Just outside the MGM.
All right. Your Honor, may I approach?
You may. Are you refreshing recollection? or
I
are
am
you
refreshing his
teaching?
recollection, Your Honor. I don't want him to read it, but
He didn't say he didn't remember. Oh, he did say he didn't recall which of the two accounts. Okay.
Yeah, he says, while we were waiting at the...
Hold on, no, there's no question pending yet, sir. You're so eager. You're so eager.
You can keep calling me that, but just trying to answer your questions.
I'm going to keep your own. So with regards to the question is, this conversation or at least event occurred at the MGM at the valet area.
That actually is ambiguous in that book. It says while they were waiting for their cars at the valet, Zip called them over to his car. It does not state where his car is parked.
Right. So Zip could be anywhere on property.
Correct.
Wait until I'm done with my question. Including it's a multi-level parking structure, right? You're saying that's big.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in a parking structure. I'm just saying it could have been anywhere in the parking area of the MGM Grand.
Did you verify that Foxy Brown was actually in Las Vegas on the night of fight of September 7th, 1996?
I did not.
There's an account in here about Orlando Anderson. Do you recall reading in the book about Orlando Anderson and when he arrived in Las Vegas?
I don't recall what the book said specifically.
All right, so if you would to turn with me, I think to that book right there, to page 96, with looking at page 96 of the book that you read, refresh your recollection.
The page numbers might be different here because this is the Kindle version, but let me see.
Can you just wait until I'm done with my questions, sir?
Can you stop saying that to me, man? Jeez, dude. Just having a normal conversation with you. You don't have to keep cutting me off and make me sound like I'm eager.
You is eager. You just told on the whole FBI.
Any different thinking the Kindle of the book, so he's gonna have to just approach him with the book to show him.
The man just told on the whole
created a
FBI.
code
For
that-
everybody that knew that tapped in, he just told on the whole FBI. Everybody. Now you talking about you ain't eager. Yes, you is.
Just kidding. Sorry. Sorry. I think we have another copy.
Mine just told on the whole FBI. The LAPD and everybody. Detectives and all. And they got a phone in court. Don't no phone supposed to be in court.
Okay, page 96.
What they got going?
Are you aware, or to refresh recollection, are you aware that in the book, when Baby Lane, meaning Orlando Anderson, arrives in Las Vegas, he purchases a tuxedo?
Let me see. Hold on.
Bro, y'all just tapped in the new people. This man just told on the LAPD, the FBI, the detectives. That's why he answering the question and telling dude to calm down. I'm not
Yes, I
nervous.
see that here.
You is. You
And
just
the reason
told.
why he purchased a tuxedo is because he said he saw former Major League Baseball player Barry Bonds with a badass brown Versace tuxedo. So Baby Lane decided he wanted to buy the same tuxedo, right?
Yes.
Are you aware of the whereabouts of Barry Bonds on the night of, or the day of, September 7th, 1996?
I'm not.
You didn't look into that?
No.
Now, in addition to that, on that same page, sir, are you aware that in the book, Mr. Davis says he rents 3 rooms on the same floor at the Caesar's Palace?
Yes.
Did you ever verify whether or not he had actually rented any rooms at all at the Caesar's Palace on September 7th, 1996?
There would be no way to verify that.
That's a yes or no answer.
No.
Okay. Now, in addition to that, he mentions his purchase. We'll keep it on the same page. You're fine.
I got it.
Page 96. Mr. Davis says that he goes to the Versace store, and while he's there, he purchases himself a $3,000 blue suit with white pinstripes and some additional Crocs, I guess, or shoes from the Gucci store and a white shirt. Call that?
Yes.
Did you at any point ever determine whether or not Mr. Davis actually owned a $3,000 blue suit with white pinstripes?
No.
Now, page 97. Mr. Davis says he sat on the second row of the fight, not far from some of the celebrities. Do you have any proof at all in your research or your investigation as a citizen in this case indicating that Mr. Davis sat on any row in the fight?
No.
Double tap that screen, hit that like button. Appreciate everybody who rocking with you.
Page 92. There are 2 pictures that are there. You see those pictures?
Yes, sir.
The picture to the left there, underneath the caption reads, "Me and my sister at the fight." Do you know who it is that's standing next to what proposes to be Mr. Davis?
I don't.
Do you know when that picture was taken?
I don't.
And do you know where that picture was taken?
I don't.
Right. Now over to the right, you have another picture underneath that says, "Me and my nephew, Baby Lane." You see that picture? Do you know when that picture was taken?
No.
All right. And with regard to that picture, fair to say the 2 individuals that are standing there look like they're wearing some type of overcoat. Is that right?
Yes.
And hats.
Yes.
And in formal wear with suits and ties.
Yes.
In your review of what Mr. Caden had sent to you, did you ever review any of the surveillance video from MGM?
Yes.
Did you at any point see any individuals that were dressed exactly like these 2 individuals in your review? video of the MGM surveillance?
Not that I can recall.
All right, and fair to say that once again, based upon your research, that September in Las Vegas would be a relatively hot month.
Correct.
Now, in addition to that, you had.
But can I say that this is not, he does not claim that this is a picture of him at the fight on September 7th, does he?
So you're the one that's you've got the review there.
It says me and my nephew, Baby Lane.
Correct. And just to make sure we're clear, the jury can look at that photograph later. So
Okay, sure.
that's fine.
Okay.
And once again, you just didn't do any research on that at all, did you?
I did. This is not how Baby Lane is dressed in the video at the MGM Grand, so that's clearly not from that night.
All right. Now, in addition to that, you had also reviewed this idea that they were waiting at Club 662, and at some point they decided they're going to leave and go back to where they were supposed to come from, right? Is that yes?
Yes.
Or no? Is that back to the Caesar's Palace?
They were going back to the Strip.
They were going back to the Strip.
Yes.
And they were going back to have fun.
Correct.
Now they stopped, right?
Look how his lawyer breaking this nigga down.
This is very specific about his liquor. He wants to buy some Dom Perignon, Rosé, and Cristal. Do you know those particular alcoholic beverages?
I'm familiar, yes.
All right. Now let me ask you this: where does he go to buy the liquor?
Are you talking about? Do you want me to quote what's in the book?
So it's on page 103. Review of the page 103 helps refresh your recollection as to where he bought the liquor.
That's the worry about it is what he said in the book, yes. Liquor barn.
Okay. Can you tell us where in Las Vegas in 1996 there was a liquor barn?
Actually, I did do the research on this, and there was a liquor barn at Flamingo and I'm trying to remember.
I thought earlier he said he ain't do no research on what he was
I
asking.
actually did do the
You
research.
see how he got
Are you
his
from Las
ass?
Vegas?
I'm not.
Have you ever lived in Las Vegas?
Y'all better be listening.
And when you said you did the research, what research did you do to verify? Wait, let me finish, sir.
Because at first he said he didn't do no research about certain stuff.
What did you?
All these questions align to what he said he lied at.
It's ridiculous.
He just showed the nigga how he
I understand
lied.
that you are the one. You feel
Yeah.
upset that it's up to
I
Mr.
object
DiGiacomo.
to the commentary, first of all. Second of all, it sounded like to me he had finished his question, and then as soon as Mr. Dorsey goes to answer, he then cuts him off and says, well, let me finish. Mr. Schaaf should ask a question, allow him to answer, and we can knock off with the...
Don't this sound like Man Aurora?
The commentary. You
Don't
may
this
proceed,
sound
yes.
like Man Aurora?
Trying to be very respectful.
Think of Man Aurora in the Young Dog trial.
There's no question pending for you. Hey,
The same
I
shit.
got it.
Okay.
No question pending. You ask questions, you answer. Thank you, guys.
What research did you do to verify that there was a liquor bar in Las Vegas?
I can't remember now, but I think.
Once again, I'm not done with my question, sir.
I'm sorry, you just asked it. You're repeating the question. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, he's actually asking a question. You answering so fast.
All right. What information did you pull or research did you conduct to indicate that in 1996 in September there was a liquor barn in Las Vegas?
As I recall, I think I looked up old news articles and looked for advertisements, and I maybe even found one that was like currently at that location to show that it was still there, that it had been there up until very recently. And it lined up with where he said it was.
Did you ever conduct a investigation of the Secretary of State website to indicate whether or not there was ever a liquor barn in Nevada?
No.
Did you ever look up licensing in Clark County with regards to whether or not there was ever a liquor barn in Nevada in 1996?
No.
Just the newspaper articles?
Yes.
Now, in addition to that, there was some discussion here in the book, once again on page 103, about certain individuals that were in the van that Mr. Davis says that he was in at some point and then transfers over to the vehicle. You remember that?
Wait, say again?
There's information about individuals that were in a van that followed what?
Who are we?
Shit, we got an ad that pop up, man. Hey, run them lights up, man. That man lawyer cooking that man. That's why they started trying to stop him from talking.
I'm reading from the book here. Yeah, he wrote C. Ray, who's Corey Edwards, who he lists as one of his top salesmen. His cousin Trey and BMF's Big Meech out of Detroit.
Are you aware that BMF's Big Meech out of Detroit is still residing in Detroit?
I'm not familiar with where he's located.
Did you at any point do any type of research or private investigation on your own to interview Mr. Meech, Big Meech out of Detroit to see if this was true?
No.
Now, fair to say that in this book, Mr. Davis talks a little bit about his exploits in Compton, right?
Yes.
And he talks about his work that he was doing as a drug dealer.
Yes.
Now, during the time period of your research, are you aware that shortly after the shooting of Tupac Shakur in September of 1996, that there were search warrants executed throughout Compton, of different houses in Compton?
Yes.
And those houses included Mr. Davis's house, right?
Yes.
And it's his family house as well as another house that he resided in as well, right?
I believe there were two houses next door to each other, yes.
There was a third house on California Street. Are you aware of that house?
I'm not aware of the entire list of addresses that they raided.
Okay. But once again, we're just relying on your research here. Now, in terms of your research, fair to say that in the searches of those houses, we don't ever find a .40 caliber gun, right?
I actually don't know that for a fact.
Okay. And in terms of the searches of those houses, we don't find any information that would say that Mr. Davis was actually in Las Vegas on the night of September 7th, 1996.
I'm not aware.
That would be something for another detective, right?
Sure.
Do you know who the detective would be that would testify to that?
I don't. One of the Compton police detectives, but I'm not sure.
Now, are you aware that Mr. Davis says at some point that he was moving about 300 kilos a month of cocaine out of Compton?
Yes.
In your research at all about the search warrants that were executed in Compton, was there any indication at all of money found in Mr. Davis's home or any of the houses that he was associated with?
I can't recall that.
You can't recall it because you don't know?
I don't know.
But it was your book. You did the little typing shit. You supposed to have been did the book.
In addition to that, I want to make sure I'm clear here. There's a picture here that's on page 30. It looks like a Pop Warner picture, maybe or something like that. Football picture?
Yes.
Okay. Is this true?
Is this true that it's a Pop Warner football picture?
Well, is it a picture of?
Yeah, you see all them notes through the book, man. That man lining their ass
I used to
up.
be able to find Suge on here.
He
but
got
I'm
the
not sure if I
man.
can.
All right.
Okay. Well, what about my client?
Again, I don't know.
Now, in addition to that, are you aware at all about the photograph that's taken on page 12 of the book?
Appreciate that, Lala. Appreciate that, Lala.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody who
Now,
up in the building, man.
Page 11, once again, tells the reader of the book that he's running a multi-million-dollar nationwide drug empire. That's at the bottom of 11. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you have any proof of that?
Actually, yes. I've interviewed 3 former Compton gang unit detectives, and across the board, they told me that Keefe D was a high-level drug trafficker, And that basically by the 90s, they rarely saw him on the streets anymore because he was effectively too big for them. They were only running into his soldiers at that point.
Okay, so you're telling us something that somebody else said. Who are the detectives?
I interviewed Bobby Ladd and Reggie Wright Sr. and Ray Richardson.
Are you aware that Reggie Wright Sr. was a member of the Compton Police Department?
Yes, sir.
And are you aware that in 2000, the Compton Police Department was dissolved because it was corrupt?
Objection. That's assumes the fact not evidence.
Where they were dissolved.
Either Keefe D or y'all going to jail or something.
With regards to the Compton Police Department, are they currently Compton Police Department as of today?
No, sir.
Why not?
Well, there's conflicting accounts of why it was shut down. And I believe it may have been 2002. I don't know if it was 2000. But the city said that it was corrupt and they were shutting it down for corrupt reasons. Of course, if you talk to the police that were there, it was their contention that City Hall was corrupt and they didn't want the police department investigating them. And then once they shut down, the Las Vegas Sheriff's Department took over policing for the city of Compton. They took over the contract, and I know that many of those Compton police officers were just immediately hired by the LA Sheriff's Department and continued to work in Compton.
Now, in terms of your evidence here today, or the things that you have, fair to say that what you're telling us is basically based upon what?
Sure.
Do you have any physical evidence that we look at to help us determine whether or not Mr. Davis is actually in Las Vegas on the night of the fight?
Physical evidence? No, I don't.
And with regards to the raids in this case, and I want to make sure I did not miss this point, were there any indication at all of very expensive $6,000 suits in any of his homes?
So I can't recall because the search warrant and the return on the search warrant is literally dozens and dozens of pages long, just lists after lists after lists of guns, ammunition, jewelry that were seized from these. I mean, it was something like 30 some addresses, I think. Like 2/3 of them, I think, were actually Piru blood addresses. The other third were Crips. I can't recall from memory. I don't have a photographic memory of every single item that was recovered, so I can't answer that question.
All right, but fair enough. Your research is targeting towards Mr. Davis, but in terms of your recollection, you don't recall what was actually in his homes.
Off the top of my head, I don't recall that, no.
And that information would be better served by a member of Compton Police Department?
Sure, they could probably do that. But again, it was 30 years ago. They would probably need to be given a heads up so they can look it up before they come here to testify.
And just one final point, and then I'll just let you go. Your testimony here is that let me pick up here, make sure I'm clear. In your review of the Death Row Chronicles book, is there anything at all in your reading of the book? And once again, you tell me, you read every page of that book, right?
Death Row Chronicles book?
Yeah. The one by Greg Cady?
Murder Rap. Murder Rap book.
I'm sorry, Murder Rap. Yeah, there you go. Did you read this book?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is there anything at all in the book that says, you know what, I don't know for sure if anything in this book is true, or like a buyer beware or reader beware in this book?
I don't recall. It's been many years since I read it.
I'm clocking in for Bumble's V-Line. Bumble's V-Line.
Hit that like button, bro. We had to add to come over. We'll get back to it, man. Damn.
Of what's in this book?
Same answer. It's been years since I read it. I don't know.
Okay. How about the Compton Street Legend book? Do you have anything at all in here that would indicate to the reader that, hey, we just verified information in this book?
I don't recall.
Okay. If you turn with me inside this book to the table of contents, see that? And on the left-hand side, there's a portion that's in there, correct?
Yes.
And in that portion, does it say, even though the authors and publishers have made every effort to ensure the accuracy and completeness of the information contained in this book, we assume no responsibilities for errors, inaccuracies, omissions, or any inconsistency?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't read that in any of those other books, right?
Again, I don't recall. It's just typical legalese disclaimer.
Do you know how much Mr. Davis was paid for his interviews with the project that you were on?
Death Row Chronicles?
Yes.
No, sir.
And fair to say that within a contract between himself and the company that you were working for as an independent contractor?
It could have been a contract between him and BET. Typically, talent contracts are with the channel, not necessarily the production company. So I don't know.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Okay. Redirect Mr. Tajaka.
Just briefly, Mr. Sanft started out talking about you providing your recordings
Yes.
to us. Did somebody have to authorize that for you to release those to us?
Yes.
And who had to authorize it?
So a attorney at Paramount Pictures, which owns BET Network, authorized it, and then the head of Creature Films, which is the production company, also authorized it, both to me in writing and an email.
Now, Mr. Sanft asked you a bunch of questions about the liquor barn at Maryland and Flamingo. Were you aware if Lee's Liquor used to call itself Lee's Liquor Barn before they got a trademark infringement?
I'm not sure.
How would he be aware?
I'm just wondering. Mr. Sanft's allowed to ask every question on Earth.
Oh, man, he's trying to.
I can't remember if that's how I discovered that.
Are you aware that even today, there's a liquor locker at Flamingo?
Yes, I think that's how I first tipped on to the fact that there was a liquor store in the region or the area where Keefe gets.
Now, Mr. Sanft asked you if you ever tried to confirm that Foxy Brown was in Vegas.
Right.
Are you aware if Foxy Brown's real name is Inga Marchand?
Yes.
You said my voice lag?
Are you aware if Inga Marchand was even present at Biggie Smalls' murder?
She was, yes.
What's your response, Mr. Tajaka?
I don't think it was. I said, are you aware if? So, of course, it's not leading by definition.
Okay, so it's not leading. What about the relevance?
Well, I'm about to ask him a relevant question about Inga Marchand.
I'll overrule. I'll give you a little bit of leeway. What's your relevance? Go ahead.
Have you ever tried to interview?
My shit lagging. That what you saying? My shit lagging. What the hell?
I have not.
Are you aware of how many detectives have ever tried to interview Inga Marchand?
I am not aware. At least for the Tupac case, I know that they tried to reach her for the Biggie case.
In the book in there, Mr. Davis, does he discuss his proffer that took place in 2008?
In the book?
Yes.
I can't remember offhand.
Go to the second to last chapter here. I can do it in Exhibit 127. Sorry, I gotta get to the pages. Does he have a chapter entitled We Know? And on this exhibit, it is page 120 out of 145.
Yes.
And if you briefly review, I don't know, maybe the first 4 or 5 paragraphs.
Yes, sir.
Have you got another part yet where he talks about the decision to go down and speak with the police about this event?
Not quite yet. 1 second.
Why the fuck he walk around holding his chin like he got a wire or something up on his shit? Must be itching or
Yeah,
something.
it's a few pages in, it looks like.
Why he walking around like this? Like, did you see this? Did you do this? Nigga, who is this?
Yeah, you can keep reading, but that paragraph is talking about that subject matter. Is that fair?
Yes.
Or that chapter, I should say.
Correct. Yes. The task force and how they got him.
There were questions about what you could and couldn't confirm from Mr. Davis's story with the file that you had. Do you remember those questions?
Say again?
There were questions asked by Mr. Stamp about, did you confirm this or did you confirm things from the 2008?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you this. Were many of the things he said in his proffer confirmed by the B. Smalls case file?
Yes.
In fact, had Corey Edwards in 2006 given a statement to police?
Correct. He gave a statement to Detectives Greg Kading and Tim Brennan.
Finally, going back to that 2008 statement, I just want to make sure we're clear that as far as you know, the first time the word sea breeze or sea bring the girls in the car, the actual model of the car came from Mr. Davis.
Objection, Your Honor.
Say yes or no. Overruled.
In the 2008 proffer?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
What's up with the sports fan?
Recross.
Sir, just based upon your investigation as a civil investigator in this case, did you ever speak with Suge Knight?
No.
No further questions.
Anything further based on that, Mr. DiGiacomo? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? Okay. All right. Thank you for being with us for these 2 days, Mr. Dorsey. You are excused.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Will he be subject to
Man,
recall
just cooling,
or is
bro.
he released from the subpoena?
No, let's keep him subject to recall, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Anybody else to present today, Mr. DiGiacomo?
No.
All right, so then we are going to recess for the evening. At this time, you're admonished you are not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until the case is submitted to you. We'll see you guys back here at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Please rise for the jury.
Hey, I appreciate everybody for rocking out with me. I caught the whole thing today. It's a good thing I got up and caught it. I had to put all them videos for everybody who was in. I had to put them videos on private, gang. I don't even want that in the algorithm no more, bro. If they ain't catch it when they caught it, then it's over with. Cause this crazy. But hey, I'm see y'all later on. What y'all think, bro? What y'all think? Just my honest opinion. What they talking about?
Mr. Stamp, so we should have it today.
Okay. Mr. Stamp, anything else? Okay, we'll be in recess. See everyone back 9 a.m. tomorrow.
What y'all think about this situation, bro? Before we get into it. Know what I'm saying? I don't know. Oh man, I don't know what we gonna talk about tonight because they just said so many names, boy. But best believe we gonna get into it, gang. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. Like I said, be tapped in. Be tapped in. You gotta be tapped in. Why my son is messing with my history? Let me see. That's my son on the tablet with the ABC stuff. And not okay, this is what I would look for right here. I appreciate everybody for rocking out with me. Let's get to it, man. Hey, before we get this started, hit that like button, bro. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I ain't gonna keep saying that through my live, because you gonna know what happened. If I have to keep saying this through my live,
Put this switch on.
hit that like button.
Put this switch on your
Hit that like button.
Put this switch on your.
Hit that like button.
Put this switch.
Hit that like button.
Put this switch on.
Hit that like button.
Put this switch on.
Hit that like button.
Put this switch on your ass on my baby.
Yeah, run them likes up, bro. Appreciate everybody who up in the building, man. It's gonna be a good night. You know what time it is.
Put this switch on your ass. 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 Put this switch on your ass on my. Put this switch on your ass. Put this switch on your. 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 Switch on your ass.
Stop playing on me, bro. Stop playing on me, bro. Don't steal my book.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check is I'm chest, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep, move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheme. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they drive the chains, you can say no, free me.